Welcome to Unity Fort Worth. Today is Thursday, October 8th, 2020, and this is Unity Fort Worth's Pray-In. As always, welcome. Thank you for being here. We're going to read from the Daily Word. Daily Word is, for today, devotion. My devotion inspires me to serve. Say that together with me. Here, let's maybe put it in the chat for us. So again, my devotion inspires me to serve. Say that with me. My devotion inspires me to serve. When I believe in a person, a cause, or an organization, I express devotion. I may volunteer to help feed the hungry, visit retirement facilities, or read to children. I open my mind and heart to God and discern the best way to invest my energies. My commitment blesses me as much as the person or cause to which I am devoted, because devotion inspires me as an expression of God. It encompasses love, enthusiasm, faith, strength, and a powerful and expectant imagination. I am filled, I am filled with an energy and direction I need to make a difference. No, I just slaughtered that. Let's try it again. I am filled with all the energy and direction I need to make a difference in the world. I am planting seeds of possibilities. As I tend to these seeds, growth takes place. My devotion makes a positive difference to those I serve. And our verse for today is from 1 Timothy 4:15. Put these things into practice. Devote yourself to them so that all may see your progress. So again, our affirmation for the day is my devotion inspires me to serve. Together, my devotion inspires me to serve. If I look at this verse, not gonna let me. So let's put this in here. Put these things into practice. Devote yourself to them so that all may see your progress. I'm reading that because I'm making sure that I'm putting it in here today, because this is devote yourself and put these things into practice. We don't have a whole lot of clarity on that verse. It's just kind of taken out of the middle of the chapter. But the first thing I look at here is devote. And devote, if we look at devotion and what the actual definition of devotion is, as we discussed this morning in morning meditation, it's ardent or often selfless affection and dedication to a person or principle. It's a religious zeal. And it's interesting that the co-founder of Unity, Charles Fillmore, had a lot to say about zeal. He liked zeal. And some of the things that he said was that zeal is an intensity, an ardor, an enthusiasm. But he said that zeal is the mighty force that incites the winds, the tides, the storms. It urges the planet on its course and spurs the ant to greater exertion. It is the urge behind all things. Zeal is the affirmative impulse of existence. Its command is go forward. He says that zeal is the urge that the urges that put our planet on its course. That is a powerful, powerful ability if we can, using zeal, knowing that we can put the planet on its course. That's not some wimpy, small, insignificant, irrelevant little, oh, that's a side note here. Boy, it's got power to it. And I think that it's interesting here that we're utilizing zeal as part of devotion. And our devotion is devote ourselves to them in this verse. And as we look at what it's asking of us, it's asking for an experience of something more than just, oh, I did it. In other words, it's not a rote. There's an enthusiasm, an affection, a dedication to do it. There's zeal in this process. And that zeal is to what? Well, it's to principle. The definition, it's said to a person or principle. We know in unity we talk of principle as law, as divine mind, divine nature, as God. So it's a dedication to principle. It's dedication as principle. And that's the difficulty sometimes of devotion, is to recognize that we are having affection for and enthusiasm and zeal for and about and in principle. And of course, what's one of the hardest things that we do in life? And that is live life, see what's taking place in our life, see the circumstances, see the things that we do what often we judge them. Well, I don't like this situation, and I don't like it so much that I want to find an excuse for it. I may want to blame others. And we may not do that all the time, but it's still something that happens in most of our lives, that we project out, we blame someone, we blame the situation, instead of recognizing that here is principle. Matter of fact, there's nowhere that isn't principle. So even in these situations that we've labeled, acknowledged, in some way identified as being not something we like, something that we want to point outwards and give blame to, principle's there. And that's part of devotion, is remembering and being able to return to that acknowledgement that principle is here. And doing that with zeal, with enthusiasm, and recognizing that there's power in that. The verse said, put these things into place, devote yourself to them, so that all may see your progress. You look at the chapter that comes from, the verse before and the verse after. The verse before says, do not neglect the gift that is in you. I would say, do not neglect the gift that is you. And the verse afterwards says, pay close attention to yourself and to your teaching. Continue in these things, for in doing this, you will save both yourself and your hearers. So here it's bringing us back to that if you'll do these things and do them recognizing yourself, the gift that you are, and paying attention to yourself in this process, it'll be something that will save, contribute, make a difference in yourself and others. Because that is telling us what? If I go back to the definition of devotion, it says selfless affection. Affection is love. To me, the verses are telling us to pay attention to ourselves. And in that affection and dedication, to me, it's love. Love for ourselves. And if we do that devotion, that love of ourself, then we take that love and it affects not only us, but those that hear us, our hearers in the world, so that it's affecting and contributing to those in our world. And to me, I would say that it's taking us and allowing us to take that love into the world. And when we have greater love and recognition that principle is at work here, in other words, principle is here in this experience, whatever I'm interpreting this experience to be, but it's in this experience, then my goodness, I have a desire to step into this world and make a difference, in some way contribute. I want to serve this world. I want to serve these people I see in these situations that are unfolding in front of me. So I become that person that desires to serve. So my devotion inspires me to serve. And in serving what? In serving those outside of us, those in the situations in the world, we're recognizing in our devotion that they too are God. They too are principle and law. They too are the same thing that's being um, indwelled here is there. There's no um, I got more, they got less, they got more, I got less type of experience. It's the truth that all principle is all principle, and that in my devotion, I am helping serve this world. And in my devotion and serving this world, I have more experiences to recognize and see principle, which reinforces my devotion. So devotion inspires me to serve, but serve inspires my devotion, and it grows and builds on itself in my awareness. So to me, devotion is a powerful in itself, but using the information that Charles Fillmore gave us, if there's zeal in that process, that transforms, and it's the urge that moves planets. That is incredibly powerful for the changes and the experiences that we can have in the world. It's not just a small little token. That's why the verse says, so at the end, so that all may see your progress. To me, it's affirming to us there will be progress. There will be something that unfolds. It will be visible for us. So let's take that into prayer today. I invite you, know that here is principle. I am principle. We are that expression of principle. We're not separate. We're not alone. We're united as one awareness, law, principle, God in action. And as we take our prayer requests and those requests that we know of those around us, friends, our family, our loved ones, the world as a whole, that we bring that forth and bring our devotion to it, knowing that there is affection, zeal, because we are dedicated to the unfoldment and the recognition of principle in our lives. And that today, no matter where we go and what we experience, we are experiencing principle. Our blame, our labeling, our dissatisfaction with doesn't negate, doesn't stop, doesn't diminish that principle is alive here. Principle is unfolding here. And that all that is God here now. And that I am that expression living it. And that I am claiming my devotion in the world, moving forth and knowing that through my love for myself, that I love others and that I serve them. I serve them as that devoted one, that one in recognition and experience and expression of the love I am, the principle I am, God I am, and that the world is served and thus better place. It is unfolding just like the planet on its course. It is an unstoppable, immovable off of its path. It has to progress forward. And we are that progression, as are our requests, as is our life. And we're grateful that we have the opportunity to recognize in others principle, to recognize in ourselves principle. And they were grateful for the love we experience, the love that we share, and the love that we recognize in the faces and in the situations that is our life. And with that, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. I invite you, if you haven't checked out unityfortworth.org/calendar, putting that in the chat for you, that you go see what's happening at Unity Fort Worth. Always something on the calendar, always something taking place. Most days you're going to find something, but there's also gives you the opportunity to plan in the future for other events that are taking place. You can discover those. Thank you for joining us today. If you have opportunity, remember that you can go to dailyword.org where we got our daily word today. But there's also opportunities there. If you don't want just the once a day free opportunity, you can find other ways to purchase daily word in which you can look at decades of past as well as what's coming up in the months to come. With that, I will see you soon. Have a glorious and blessed day. Bye-bye.